It doesn't matter if it's been said a million times before. Some things bear repeating. I'm a horrible woman and I make content for other horrible women, and if you feel like you're being unjustly targeted by the algorithm, learn to live with it, because I'm not going away. I'm wearing track pants today for the first time since I was a wee lass, because when I was growing up, track pants, or Tracky Ducks as we call them in my part of the world, were the daggiest and least cool thing you could wear, and of course I was forced to wear them out of practicality. As soon as I was in charge of what I wore on the day-to-day, I never wanted to go near a pair of Tracky Ducks ever again, no matter how practical or comfortable they were, because that relationship had been thoroughly destroyed by all of the trauma from the humiliation. But with another freezing cold Perth winter looming ahead of me and my mysterious disability that causes my whole body to hurt all of the time, making physical comfort a critical issue, I thought it might be time to try and reconcile with this garment which tormented me in my youth. So I ran out and got a pair of Tracky Ducks. I even got them in the same colour as my old school uniform for double exposure therapy, and you know what? This has healed something in me. These things are amazing. I might spend the winter making up for lost time by just living in Tracky Ducks. Anyway, today I want to offer encouragement. If you're a woman who's thinking about posting something or thinking about making content about something, but you are hesitating because you feel like what you're saying is obvious or not worth saying, or maybe something that's been said before and isn't an original contribution to the conversation, just do it anyway. I never feel like I'm reinventing the wheel with my content. A lot of the time when I post things, whether it be a threads post or a video, I feel like what I'm saying is really obvious or self-evident, or maybe not worth saying because it's been said many times before, and I'm really aware that it's a conversation that's been happening since long before I ever got here. But then I post it anyway, and inevitably I end up with women in my comments and my DMs saying, wow, I never thought about it like that before. Sometimes that's because they genuinely have never come into contact with these talking points, and sometimes it's because they possibly have not crossed paths with someone they were inclined to listen to. I am painfully aware that people might be less inclined to listen to me if I was heavier, or I had different hair, or I was a different color. But regardless, your unique voice is going to resonate with somebody. Something that seems obvious to you may not necessarily be obvious to someone else, but especially when we're talking about the things that women go through, women often know what they're going through, but they might struggle to put words to it, especially if they're existing in a state of isolation. Your unique way of articulating these things might really hit home for them and empower them to name what they're going through themselves in a way they haven't been able to before. So if you feel like you don't have anything new or original to contribute to the conversation, just know that what you're contributing is your voice, and you may have more wisdom and insight than you realize. It may be that your unique voice is the missing ingredient that it takes for someone out there to really hear a message that actually helps them. You might turn out to be somebody's gateway drug in like a good way. Anyway, that's enough sincerity for me today. I can feel my gorge rising. I'm gonna go do something mean now to cleanse my palate.